To understand this very evening, we are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within, and we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you know what, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hell to be from consecrated nation, O fatherland, peace be our solemn place. Defending thee shall be our dedication, spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty.
I thought of Biafra freedom taking longer, and cause of that you tend to feel so low. I know our freedom is your greatest hunger. I thought of Biafra keeps your heart aglow. We will walk the line, this that we've known with time, gotta take it away. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Just hold on. Oh, hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Our history has never known no laughter. It's always been this red and black, no green. A nation of these blessed yet hungry people. We shine a brighter light, the world will see. We will touch the skies and set up a throne on high. from God. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Just hold on. Oh, hold on.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending on where you are domiciled. You are welcome to this exposition where we are going to be navigating the lies of this chief autopilot infiltrator. We are going to be navigating the lies that they have told, and these are the people who tell lies. You know, there is a place in the Bible that talks about people shaving out their eyebrows because they do not have shame anymore. They tell lies even while the lies is on a public domain. When you know that they are lying through their teeth, they will still tell the lies boldly without them looking back. They will actually tell the lie and ask you to go and bring a proof that will prove to them that they are lying, knowing that there are proofs everywhere that can prove that they are lying. First of all, I want to acknowledge our Oduduwa brethren for their good work that they are doing. They are realizing that the Fulanese are the killing machine and cannot be trusted to ride Okada in their land because they can even take their rider to go and kill them or kidnap them. So kudos to them with their latest development. So coming back to what we are doing, Simon Ekpa told you that he has never promoted Idu and he has never done anything with Idu. That if you have any video or voice note, to show or to prove that he promoted Idu, that you should actually, bring it along. Of course, I've been making, trying to find it, but today I am able to put it together. We are going to come back to that yesterday's exposition. We are going to come back to it. We are unstoppable. No force will be able to stop us. Nothing will be able to stop us as long as we know that we come online each time to speak the truth of Chukwu Okike Abiama and not to lie against anybody. We are formidable. We can never be stopped. Great Biafrans all over the world, if you are joining us, invite others to join. If you are watching from Facebook at Judge Money Blog, share this video and let other people join. If you are watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe on that YouTube channel at Judge Money Blog Africa. And the only thing you need to do in the YouTube, you don't need to share the video. Just click the like button. The algorithm will share the video. So if you are watching from Twitter, you can retweet the video and hit the like button as well. We are making progress. Just like we have said before, that we are going to face these infiltrators and their cohort. We're going to face them out of the media space. But don't forget, it will always get worse before it gets better. So, what am I trying to say? You have seen in several occasions the chief infiltrators, the chief infiltrator rather indicted himself, exposed all his lies and activities in IPOB, direct and indirect. It depends on how you as a person understand the exposition that he's doing against himself, because whenever he comes to expose those that he's been working with, of course he's exposing himself, because there are some words that I've spoken that you cannot take back. Just like he made mention, earlier, that Nelly Ofebu is him and he is Nelly Ofebu. And now he is trying to make his position on himself, believing that we are not going to find out, believing that he is not going to actually, show the world. There is a saying that says, when Wanza is burning in a oil, when Wanza is burning in a fire, and it will believe that it is actually, producing oil. So that is how it is. Whatever he's been doing, you can as well concur with me that every activities of Simon Ekpa is not in line with the instructions and what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu laid down for us to follow. And that is the reason why we will always be here, in order to claim back the glory of this IPOB. We cannot allow some infiltrators, some government created to be fraction in IPOB, to come and destroy the dignity and the potential of IPOB. As long as we are alive, as long as we are around, as long as we are free, we will continue to expose the activities of the implant of the Nigeria politicians in the media space, in order to sabotage and prove to the world that we do not know what we are doing, or to prove to the world that we are jokes. So that is the reason why I have come back again this evening, to continue that exposition and the connection of the dots. We are coming with evidence. We do not rely on conspiracy theory, because if you check what evidence we are actually presenting, it is a very, very formidable one, because it is coming from the horse's mouth. It is coming from the horse's mouth. When you are a liar, you wouldn't know how much lie you have told. There is a saying that says, when you tell one lie, you need thousands of lies in order to cover it up. While you are at it, looking for thousands of lies to cover your lie up, you will continue to indict and incriminate yourself. And that's why we've been following them bumper to bumper and can never relent. Let's go there. First of all, I am going to bring to you the first exposition Simon did against Nelly, which he called introductory exposition on himself. He called introductory exposition on himself. This exposition was done, it was done on himself on the 24th of May. On the 24th of May, not this one, actually, not this one. This exposition was done on the 22nd of May. 22nd of May, if I am not mistaken, where he came online. He claimed that he is investigating Nelly, and Riteze, he is investigating her, his fellow autopiloted Idu. So after making mentioning of this, he said several things. He also went ahead and said that the so-called M branch that he flaunted, many months ago or a few months ago, that M branch was not created by him, that it was created by those who hired him to, to sabotage the struggle which he made mention that it was himself, Nelly, because he said, Nelly Ofebu, I am quoting him verbatim. Nelly Ofebu is him and he is Nelly Ofebu. So when I talk about himself, Nelly, you should understand which angle I am coming from. He made exposition saying that he is actually investigating them. He was not sincerely working with them in the past 12 months. So I can say that, investigation go deeper. So let us hear from him one or two words. We are going to bring different exposition of him, different video, 3 videos. We are going to talk about 3 videos this evening, where he talked about, where he confessed and said how he showed his support, to Idu. We are going to talk about that. We are going to bring that video. We are going to bring again the video where he say, if you know where he ever supported Idu, or that he also claimed that he has never seen a video where Nelly Ofebu said that Biafra is dead and Biafra is a killing machine. He claimed he has never seen it, but he has in the past made a comment with regards to that, because so many people called on him to come and expose this woman that you are working with. This guy said to them that Nelly Ofebu, he cannot expose her because she hasn't done anything wrong. And he went ahead and narrated the reason why she will say this, the reason why she will say that, but he claimed that he never saw what he said, but he said exactly what he said in the other video. We're going to bring them together. The reason why we are doing this is because so many of you forget so soon, and so many of you who does not have a strong spirit, whatever juju they are doing, it is all for you to forget all the mistakes. That's why he says it takes 2 days, you will move on. One mistake they make, it will take you 2 days to forget about it, and you move on with the next brainwash that is brainwashing you. So that is his modus operandi. So now we are going to expose it to you. Pay very, very good attention. Pay very close attention. If you pick up a point, write it down. Very important. If you pick up a point, write it down. Let's continue. Listen.
Always coming to shout, and I am the one, I want ESN the money and all that. You see, normally I would just remain silent, but on a second thought, because it is not time for me to do what I wanted to do. And what I have come to do today is to just give you people, the preamble of what is to come. I want you to understand that I will never betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will never betray Biafra. I don't need to say this because nobody brought me into the struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not bring me into the struggle. Nobody did. I came as directed by the Spirit of God into the.
That reminds me. I want to call on all these pastors, so-called self-acclaimed prophets, whom you've been working with, those promoting you, all of them. The way you are going to go down, sink down, is the same way all of them are going to sink down, because all of them are criminals. Whoever that call himself a pastor, whoever that call himself, but the one who claim he saw people kicking, but the one who claim he saw people kicking, that he gave prophecy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being kidnapped, whereas they are the ones who have planned and know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to be betrayed and kidnapped. They recruited pastors, a lot of them, but the one who say he's is it a Ma or a Emeka Livingstone, all of them, they are criminals. Even the Bible they use to to manipulate you and do their criminality, prove them that they are criminal in several occasions. That is the reason why they've been supporting this infiltrator. So that reminds me that all of you who call yourself men of God and you are supporting this criminal, believe you me, you are more criminal. Believe you me, you are more criminal. I don't see all of you coming together again, because all these pastors, I believe that they will also support you sharing woman naked picture, because they support in everything you do. They come and make progress, but the ones who look like Ndawul acid, they will come and make broadcast telling you that God has anointed you, without knowing that the devil in them is the one who anointed you. The demon in them is the one who anointed you. They will call me anywhere. I am going to prove to them that they are ignorantly criminal. They are no man of God. Their prayer does not even cross the room where they are praying it. Believe you me. These people does not know their left from their right. They just use the book to deceive and exploit people, just like you are using your exposition to deceive and exploit our Biafrans in the name that you are fighting for their freedom, but you are lying to them every day by day, furnishing and nourishing your lies, spicing it up every day, that they may continue to be ignorantly, believing in you. Enough is enough. All of you pastors, but the one who he saw Mazen Nnamdi Kanu going to be killed in the next 50 days, I debunked you. Did I not? What are you seeing today? The same month, the same time you gave that prophecy, I debunked you. It was last year, June last year or July. I debunked you in July. You came again. Now, when we connected the dots, we found out that you are among those who knows what happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I debunked you again. I want to see you coming again, because you people on your boss on me, all of you, if you run your mother, do not run. All of you autopilot in a group broadcast, in a prayer session that you use to deceive our people, prayer session, they advise you to organize a prayer session for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because our people are so blinded by religion activities that whoever that talks about prayer session, prayer chukwadi azakwao, prayer that God does not answer. God does not, answer the prayer of an evil person. Prayer of an evil person is a sin before God. That is something you people does not understand. The prayer session, that was what all those criminal pastors advised him. Our people are ignorantly in religion. Once you organize a prayer session for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, come July 2021, you will now win the heart of every Biafran. Then join it with this your fake, this your exposition that you do join it with this your, commanding, calling on people to go violent. Now that's what people like to hear. And you continue in that regards. It worked for you, but you don't know that what goes up will surely come down. And you never knew that we will continue to follow you every step of the way. Those pastors that you've been working with who call themselves men of God, do they know that you took Nelly to Juju man, to Dibi Anyanzu? Why did they not see it in their prophecy, but they can only see Mazen Namdekan going to be killed in 50 days? Wicked entities. They are all evil entities. They didn't see you and Nelly going to native doctor. They didn't see you, the one who is organizing the native doctors. They didn't see you. They did not see you. Which means those pastors, they are under native doctor. They will tell you, no, don't go to native doctor. But they are the ones every time for a native doctor. Then the next day they will come and carry Bible, acting all holy. Your judgment day has come, all of you. That's what you reminded me by saying the name of Chukwu Kikapiama. Because that name that you are mentioning is a curse upon you and your generation. I am not bluffing. I am not bluffing. If you will understand that every word that I have uttered here, ask Simon, if you are close to him in criminality, ask him, every word that I have uttered to him, is there any of them that is a bluffing? No, there is none of them. He's the only one who knows. And Nelly. Because they go to native doctors. And that is the reason why they know exactly what is going on. They know whom they should avoid. They know whom they should, play with. It's very important you know that. All of you pastors, shame on you. You are going down with pastor, your fellow pastor Simon. Let's continue.
Struggle and started doing things on my own before I was recognized by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I tell you, like I used to tell people in the secret, my plan was never to take oath in IPOB. My plan was never to take oath. I wanted to prove to Biafrans that you do not need to take oath to contribute to the freedom of your own people. So that was my plan. But along the line, something changed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself requested me to take that oath for one specific reason, for one reason. And that reason touched me. And that was how I took oath. I want to make this thing, build this particular background today for people to understand.
Likewise, we are building a background here. Background, because this is his introductory exposition on himself. That's why I brought it to you, for us to build a background, come to the future one, come down to the past tense, we finalize.
And I have told you people that I will be the last person, your last bus stop, whoever you are. I will be your last bus stop in this struggle for Biafra. Once you are not genuine, once you are, you are out to destroy this Biafra movement, I will be your last bus stop. God will use me to stop you. It is not by my power,
God, you have
but that is the way it is. Now, I want to make it very clear today that no exposition I have made so far came from Nelly of Ebu. no exposition I have made from the time we were exposing the leadership and ending Zama. None of this exposition came from Nelly. The evidence we have and the evidence I have used and the evidence I have presented to Biafra people are something that is publicly available to everybody. So, and if you don't understand, every time I have made exposition, I have always make reference to, oh, Nelly Ofebu is always coming to shout, and I am the one I want to wait for evidence. I have always make reference. You don't know why I'm making reference. You don't know.
I hope you remember that reference correctly. He said, Nelly Ofebu is always coming to shout on top of her voice to tell you, what is, she's, how did he put it? He said, Nelly Ofebu is the one who come to shout on top of her voice because she is doing what you cannot do. She is doing what you cannot do. Then that's when he also went ahead and said that Nelly Ofebu was the one who carried out the assignment given to everybody by Mazenam. We are coming back to that one, but I want you to finish on this one. But when you are on this one, keep writing down a point. I will not have time to bring it back, look for the place. I am not good at cutting videos. That is the reason why he cannot come and tell you that I cut his video. I am not good. I don't cut videos. I will analyze him because he's a criminal. That is the reason why I will analyze him. So let's continue. If you have something point, write it down. We are going to come back to it.
I don't know why I'm making that particular statement, but you are going to know this evening. Do you all remember that each time I make exposition, I have always said, I am not Nelly Ofebu that will always come and be first person to shout, that I wait for evidence before I can make any exposition on anybody. I have always said it. You don't know why I'm saying it.
A lie.
Because I know. What I know, you don't know it. Today, you are going to know the battle we have fought secretly and won on behalf of Biafra people.
Jot it down. The battle they have fought secretly and won on behalf of you people that are following him, because I don't know who he is calling Biafra people. On behalf of you people that are spiritless, that are following him, he said the battle they have fought secretly, telling you that he's been undercover with Nelly. Let's continue.
That is not to say that some ignorant people who may not know until this evening, they will never know until this broadcast. Because believe me, a lot of people don't know what, including the people that were directly involved.
Okay.
May not know what I'm about to do this evening until now. So, what am I talking about? You have seen what they are sharing. You know, they say Samanekpa created them branch, and I don't need to read it, but all of you have seen it. You are sharing it everywhere and all that. I want to tell you people a story. I will tell you that story, and I will bring evidence. The story is that Nelly Ofebu and another woman tried to destroy IPOB and tried to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The exposition I'm about to make today is not to expose how they want to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. They also want to destroy Biafra struggle.
Remember, this has been our topic. This has been my topic. This has been all the media warriors connected to the struggle, with truth and honesty. This has been their topic. They've been, ringing it like a bell in the ears of every Biafra. Some are ignorant, they're not paying attention. After 12 months, after 12 months, he's now coming to tell you the same thing we've said over the year. He's now coming to tell you the same thing. He want to act monkey smart because you know that you are a pig stupid. Let us continue.
Thereby trying to set up a new security outfit called ADA. They want to set up a new security outfit called ADA. What did we do? Our men on ground gathered and become part of what Nelly Ofebu wanted to do. And she don't know that every person is allegiance to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we stand on Biafra Gidibam. Nelly Ofebu gathered them. I had no knowledge about what was going on, but I trust the people that were part of it. After they have finished what they were doing, I was asked to announce that particular security outfit. And I want you to understand that the people we gathered were the only intelligent unit. Intelligent.
The people he gathered, I want you to pick up this point here as well. The people he gathered, meaning that he is the one who gets contact for everything, both to the contact of Ndidibia native doctors. He is always the people who gather to show that her other path, his other path, which is Nelly, his other half, which is Nelly, is just the one bringing out money. The people he gathered, which means he claimed that he gathered intelligentsia, which Nelly does not know about. And these intelligentsias are the people who are the criminals created in Biafra land. And another thing is that after gathering it, he's the one who showed it to you first. This is what called M branch. He called them M branch to sabotage the one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created. But he saw that different opinion, people were mixed emotion. That's why they did not flaunt it again. They now start working with it, which we told you they were creating a militia wings. They were trying to create a militia wings. I want to inform you, if Facebook is kicking you out because some people are trying to manipulate the broadcast, go to YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa. You watch this program at Judge Money Blog Africa. Once you go there, you click the like button. The algorithm will continue to share the video. So I can see now he is the one who have contact for everything, even contact to open bank accounts, contact to everything that Nelly did. He is the one who is the one prescribing or for anything. He has the working and he has the presentation as well. So Nelly has to bring out money. All Nelly need to do is to bring out money. Whenever Nelly question about where is this money going now, what is it for to be done with, to do, he will now start going opposite to what Nelly want. And now Nelly will now start dropping a bombshell like Arenora super chat, all that. But let's continue. Write down that point, that he organized the people, the intelligent ones. That's what he said. Write that point down.
The people that gather information, not armed group, not our ESN that protect our forest and our farm. No. we gathered, everybody we gathered to be part of that thing was people that are intelligence gathering. They only gather intelligence. So some of the, and what do we call them? The M branch. We gather them. Nelly Ofebu and Madam Oyibo. I have to mention her name because the time has come.
Okay. After 1
Now,
year.
they
After 12
orchestrated
months.
what you see today that Nelly Ofebu posted on social media. And after they made that particular security outfit, they asked me to front it. And then I discussed with the men. We want to know what exactly that is going on and what they are planning.
He discussed with the men, showing that he is the one in charge. He is the one in charge of every dirty done on the ground. I hope you are paying attention. In charge of every dirty done on the ground. Both the one finding the contact, both the ones finding the native doctors. That is the reason why they so claim that they gave Nelly an, a condition. You will never go to another native doctor, because this one that they use to hold you for work, if you go to another native doctor, they will destroy what you are using to hold other people for work. And how they will destroy it is for to autogi. How they will destroy it is for him to come and start, sabotaging you and blackmailing you. That's how they will go. They're going to destroy it. They hold you for work for so many months, then he is enriching himself, while whatever they did to destroy IPOB. They did. Maybe you are giving him money to destroy, what we are doing. He is busy destroying what we are doing. Yes, charging you extra. While charging you extra, he is busy making some things that people in Biafra will only listen to him, not any other person, including you, Nelly. I'm telling you what he did on top of you, including you, that everybody will begin to detest you because he is the contact. Everybody will begin to detest you, so that whenever you begin to wisen up, knowing that everything that you have, sacrificed for Simon, that he's been, cheating you. Only you started seeing it only when you saw Arenora. You started seeing it only when you saw Arenora. You didn't know that he is using the money you are giving to him, doing muti or doing whatever it is called, in order to hold you down, to hold you, Nelly, on the, that people will not listen to you, that people will listen to him, even if when he lied to them, they will come back after 2 days. That is the reason why from the beginning I told you, Nelly, you are going to lose this battle. The reason why you are going to lose this battle, you don't have the audience, you don't have the platform, because he made sure that he made all this audience, lure them to be his stupid audience, not yours, with the money you gave him. With the money you gave him, and with the money you people made from selling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He kept his own aside, using yours. You people raising fund every day. Raising fund every day. Claiming to Biafrans that you people are raising fund for ESN, which I come to tell Biafrans, these funds are not for ESN. Stop fooling yourselves. Now you heard it was not for ESN, it was for their M branch called ADA. The original name of that M branch is ADA. Don't worry about his lie that is lying through his teeth. He knows that the people you've been raising fund in Umweri account, mysterious Umweri account, which so many signatures were forged to create that account. So many signatures were forged to create that account, including Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's signature. That mysterious Umweri account is the one you people are using to raise fund in order to use it instead of and on a several occasions he advised you to stop putting money to ESN because he told you that the DOS and Zama that you should stop putting money to their side, knowing that they are the ones doing the legal team, they are the ones doing the ESN, taking care of the ESN, they are the ones doing everything. He advised you don't put money to them because they know that the plan of the agenda is to cripple the finance of IPOB, while them they will be the one now being in charge of the finance. In all angle of the finance, they must be the one in charge of it. They can use it to do whatever they want. They can use it to buy themselves anything they want to buy themselves. They can use it to do jazz that will be able to cripple anybody wherever you are. They can use it to do that. That was the plan. So what am I trying to say? He is the one who is in charge of every working and every contact and every connection on the ground. Because when he come to tell you that Nelly contacted a native doctor, it was him who contacted the native doctor for Nelly. And he knows exactly what they were doing with the native doctor. Now, while at it, because he is a monkey smart man, he also made the native doctor to make sure that Nelly does not, get audience the way him will get audience, so that he will be in front, because we already told him that he is being controlled by a woman. Of course, you people does not know that all those comments we make all the time has effect with their cabals, in their cabals. So because we told him that he's controlled by a woman, he made every possible means to be in control, both spiritually, both, using style to be taking the money and gaining extra. Let's continue. Write the point down. We are going somewhere.
Why I'm going to make this in public is because it is not sensitive. Because there are so many sensitive ones that I'm not going to make public now.
Which is autonomy.
Until they're at the right time. Now, they want to destroy the Eastern Security Network, and they want to destroy Biafra, and then also destroy Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
They want to destroy Eastern Security Network. Of course, I have been lamenting on top of my voice that they began to confuse some members of Eastern Security Network, confuse them, lure them out, telling them Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer coming out, in order to forge their militia that the highest bidder gets it all. When you are a politician, you need a dirty game to be played. They will make themselves available. If you are a Reverend Father, you need a dirty game to be played. They will make themselves available. If you are a pastor, you need a game to be played. They will make themselves available. That was what all they were up for. But let us continue. We told you, it is not a new thing. Hearing it from him.
So after that, they sent the video to me. When I looked at the video, if you look at the video of that M branch, you are going to notice there is no Biafra flag. No Biafra flag. And a lot of smart people.
It is no Biafran flag because it is not meant for Biafra. It is meant for you people, autopilot you do. And that is the reason why your picture is the most visible something within that vicinity. Your picture where you are saluting your faction you are creating to counter ESN. It is the only thing that is visible there.
Noticed that there is no Biafra flag. I can remember that somebody made a comment and was asking, you are launching M branch and you don't have Biafra flag there. I read the comment and I laugh. I said,
Lies.
Biafrans are taken.
Lies upon lies.
Okay? Because you didn't see Biafra flag. And not many people actually noticed that in the launching of M branch, there were no Biafra flag. Now, that thing you saw was the making of Nelly Ofebu and Madam Oyibo. But the people involved were our intelligent guys. Intelligent. Undercover job.
It was the making of Nelly Ofebu and Madam Oyibo, but the people involved were their intelligent guys. What does it mean? How does it make sense? He is the organizer. That's why the people involved is his criminals that he call his intelligence. That he is the organizer. TJ Hooker. That's why he tell you the people involved is his intelligence guys. But it is the making of Nelly Ofebu and Oyibo. Let us continue. To show you he is the man who is the organizer of everything. Let's continue.
Nnamdi Kanu before he was kidnapped.
I'm going to.
And I will continue to follow his legacy until he comes out. Now, having said all these things, I want you people to listen to the part of the video that you didn't know about. Now listen. Of anything will move me. I mean, you can't move me an inch. Remember that when I started this thing, I told the Nigeria terrorist government that it is time you bring in your best. Bring your best.
You can't be moved because now you cannot be moved. You can't be moved because you are a formidable criminal. You cannot be moved. Even once on a lock now, you are dying in a fire. You believe that you are still shining. Let's continue.
We are going to be fighting them with brain. We will fight Fulani and this terrorist government of Nigeria with brain. And we are going to win them. The brain is not ordinary brain. We are going to win them with this brain and wisdom. It is not about making noise. It is not about calling Simon Ekpa names. It is not about branding me with names. You do not know the bullet I have taken in the secret.
Wow.
You don't know.
Wow.
You don't know. For the past 2 weeks, you do not know what the women Umuada have done. Some of them can.
I want you to write this place down. He said for the past 2 weeks, this broadcast was done on 22nd of May. 2 weeks from the 22nd of May was the only time he realized that what he's been involved with is the ones who are destroying the struggle. Only 2 weeks. 22nd of May, how many weeks from now? 22nd, 2 weeks, which is like 3 weeks ago, is the only time you realize. In that 3 weeks ago was, okay, 2 weeks from that 3 weeks ago, 1 month before this broadcast was the time you and Nelly started fighting. And that is exactly what you are talking about. The battle you've been fighting, what Umuada has been doing 1 month ago, what Umuada has been doing. So only 1 month ago, you went undercover with Nelly. But the past, 11 months, you've been selling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with Nelly. You've been sabotaging ESN with Nelly. You've been sabotaging the structure of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with Nelly. You've been going to native doctors, being diabolic with Nelly. Only 1 month ago, you become undercover. Because now, 1 month ago was when he asked you, where is Alenora super chat? When he nearly confessed that he even bought laptop that you are using. That was when Nelly confessed that Alenora super chat now is doing 1 or 2. That is when you went undercover. I hope those of you who are intelligent are connecting the dots. Are you connecting the dots so that you won't get misled by his lying tongue? By his lying tongue. Let's continue.
No longer sleep because from one meeting to another.
They no longer sleep from one meeting to another to know how to sideline and silence Nelly. Because now Nelly is exposing their activities. That's these activities, they are in it together. They have now made peace that Nelly does not have shame. Because he will expose them and Kwalong. That is the reason why they started meeting upon meeting to to ostracize Nelly from this group before they get exposed. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. They don't need any mistake further. More. Let's continue.
You come to social media, all you do is to call Simon Ekpa all manner of names. And the one thing is that I am not bothered though. You can call me, like I have said it, you can call me all manner of name you want. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come out, everybody will give account.
Wow. Of course. Everybody will give account. Let's continue.
The only thing you will say is that it is wrong. It is wrong. But you don't know. I will not tell you the reason why today. I am waiting for them because what I do is that when you come, I will come. If I have to. If I see it, that I will come, I will come. So if you are watching me today and you are anybody in Biafra land and you are part of those who has been used to do one thing or the other and you do not know what you were doing and today you have come to know it, I am ordering you this from this moment to distance yourself from Nelly or Febu, and you do.
Okay.
You make contact
Medicine
to
after
the
that.
relevant men on ground, which you should know, and we continue from there. If you want to walk against Biafra and walk against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I am not here to tell you to stop. It is your choice. You can continue.
It is your choice. You can continue because he knows that he is working against the struggle and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That's why he advised you, don't donate money towards IPOB. Donate money towards the criminals who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that they will use your money to wax strong and strong and stronger. That's it.
But if you do not know, let's assume that because you think or because you thought that what you were told was truth. That is the reason why they are contacting you and you are working. If you think, if your thought was that you are doing the right thing for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, then you have come to know that you are not doing the right thing.
Are they not your intelligentsia? The same people whom you say, the people that are involved, you gathered, were your intelligentsia, your intelligence, group of intelligent men, your M branch, that are the people who are involved. Why are you now calling your intelligent people to stop working with Nelly? Why are you telling them if you believe, if you know? You can always, the way you gather them, you just need to take a phone call, tell all of them, you should stop following that woman. We are done with our assignment. They are your intelligent men, and now you are giving them a threat. If you continue to work with Nelly, that means you people have been working with Nelly. That means you people, it is not what you are presenting to people now to see. It is something else. These people are loyal to Nelly the same way they are loyal to you. And they've been doing the dirty game, the dirty work, you and Nelly sent them to do. And you know that, they might, none of them is loyal to you more than the way they are loyal to Nelly. Or none of them is loyal to Nelly more than the way they are loyal to you. So when you people are having now fight, if you people are fighting, you just need to use your motivation to motivate them that Nelly is now trying to expose everything that you people are doing. You need to give them a motivation to be on your side. Are you paying attention? So when he said to you that they are the group of his intelligent M branch, why is he calling on them now to retract? Let's continue.
So what I will tell you now is that from this moment, cut the communication. But if you go further, what it means is that you have accepted to work against Biafra and against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you,
which they've been doing all this while in the past 1 year, which they've been doing. Now you are saying you have accepted, as if they didn't know what they were doing. You manipulated them into doing it, right? That's why I say some of our ESN members, they manipulated them. And that is the confirmation that you just heard. You manipulated them. Now you are now calling on them. But you are now not giving them the full story of what you people have done, because you people have used them one way or the other in attacking the truthful people to the cause. Now, you are now calling on them without explaining to them what you have done, what you and your cabals have done. You are now warning them, telling them if you continue, that means you have accepted to, Are you seeing the message? Are you hearing the message? Pay attention.
Is that the land of Biafra will fight against you.
Which is fighting against you yourself. Now,
I challenge anybody to bring any evidence from anywhere against me, including speaking with politicians, including collecting money, including bring evidence from anywhere, not just to come and talk about Samepa. Bring evidence against me. I want to see that person. I want to see it. And like you all know, in the beginning, I never had any problem with Idu. Okay? I never had any problem with Idu.
In the beginning.
But
yeah,
you can see where the problem is coming from.
Okay.
Because some people were actually planted into IPOB to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and destroy Biafra.
In the beginning, he never had any problem with Idu. This is what he is trying to do, a psychology. To make your mind, to shake your head. He will shake your head like this. He never had any problem with Idu. So that this thing he said will justify all his support. Because he knows that intelligent people are watching. Like me. All his support of Idu, he want to override them with I never had any problem with Idu. He never had any problem with Idu, even up until now. The only problem that he is having now is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail application has been filed. The promises they made to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has failed. And they have told him that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is indestructible. So now, That's why what is bringing up all these things that you are hearing from him right now. Let's continue. Let's play it in the next 10 minutes. We go to another thing.
That is why some of them are telling you that Biafra is a scam. Biafra is dead.
Okay.
Biafra
That's
is a
where I
fraud.
want to. That's where I
Why
want
Mazi
to.
Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated in the name of Biafra.
That's
What
where I
other
want
assault
to.
do you want? You know, when all those things was happening, some people say Simon Ekpa is, I even told you people that I am Nelly and Nelly is me.
Wow.
You can understand.
I even told you people. Are you now paying attention how he want to override it in your brain, in your memory, as if so that you will not see it as a big deal anymore. That's what he's trying to do now. The psychology is trying to play. Follow it, follow it, follow it. Don't be moved. Follow it. Write it as a point taken. I will clear it up with you right now. Continue.
That Nelly is me and I am Nelly, right? It is not where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra struggle is.
Wow.
Once you cross that red line, I will give you the treatment.
It is not where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra struggle is, because they know now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Biafra struggle is now going back to where it, how it was. Everything, there is no more manipulation in this time around. So it is not where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So you didn't know that Nelly, all this while, you didn't know that everything you people are doing is against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Only now you realize it is not where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but from the beginning of this video, you narrated it as that you were undercover with Nelly. You were undercover with Nelly. That's why they gave you M branch to flaunt. You deleted some of the do side, because you know that is going to implicate you. That's because you are more diplomatic than them. You didn't delete it. You delete it because you know it is going to implicate you guys. Because you are more, it try to now wisdom more than them. Let us continue.
Once I know that you are a double agent, I will give you the treatment. That is the offer that was given to me. Always stand on the truth and diligent. Do not allow the devil to enter you.
Diligent
Here
call.
we are today. I will be expecting Umada to
Diligent call.
to be here because they are ought to be here by now.
Okay.
A moment to enter you. And all of you should wait, because Umada have a message for Biafrans today. So we are going to listen to them. They have message for Biafrans.
I want to take your mind back. Do you remember where these people started? From all of them, the people who has been Autopilot media, where are they today? Asị na ebe nwata na ebe akwa na-alụ aka na nne ya nọrọ dia na nne ya ga-anọ dia. Where a child is crying and pointing at, if something that is making the child scared is not there, it means that the father or the mother is there. Otherwise, there is something making that child scared there. Now, the first two mother, which you called this one who says he's a regional coordinator of America, North America. What this elderly woman whom later that this one called Eberima called her an illiterate, and they start fighting. So those people, they separated from you guys, separated from you and Nelly. The many people separated from you and Nelly. Chiamaka Ajere all of them separated from you guys. And all these people, according to those the brainless people, and those people who does not have spirit, that you are toiling with their spirit with some juju, those cheap juju you are doing, you are toiling with their spirit. Now, they haven't asked themselves a question. Why is it that you went to Eke, you fought? You went to Afo, you fought. DOS separated themselves from you. You went to Ore, you fought. You went to Eke, you fought. You went to the 4 market days. You fought in those 4 market days. Always you fighting in those 4 market days. And these people with no spirit and no brain that is writing junk, children of Lucifer, Luciferians, in the comment section, they could not discover or ask themselves, why is it that everybody who come to work with this criminal is always running back, confessing, turning against you? What are they seeing? Ebe nwata na ebe aka na arụ aka, nne ya nọrọ dia, nna ya dị anọ dia, ọ na onwe ihe na-eyi egwu nọ dia. That is it. They don't reason. They don't have brain. Their spirit is not with them. I know some of them, we have called their spirit back in order. We have restored their spirit to them. And that is the reason why they are able to reason today. That is why they are able to reason today. So let us continue. Let us continue. And today, apparently, Autopilot, Nsima, Nwanne Sewakote, has this deviated from you. Nelly and you separated. What is the cause of that, separation? What is the cause of that issues that you are always having with your group? What is it? Because of money. Wherever wherever there is a money sharing, it is always like that. Have you ever seen us in, with the DOS? Have you ever seen people in the DOS coming to tell you, Tina Samoru and Chike Doziem, they are no longer, they are fighting with each other? Or having seen me say that me and Ikenga, we are fighting with each other? Or you say that Ikenga and the Biafran child is fighting with each other? Or you say that Methuselah, one name Melchizedek, is fighting with the Barrister Omote? Or have you ever hear about that? You cannot you cannot destroy a relationship to build a relationship. They wanted to destroy IPOB to build Autopilot. That is the reason why they will keep segregating. They will keep breaking apart. They will keep tearing apart. I know that some of you who are here, you are just here with your eyes, not with your ears or with your spirit. You will not understand it because you belong to those paths that will be cut off. And you shall be cut off. If you don't start now, you may never finish. Let's continue.
Are being done by the Fulani, including those who were born in Biafra land and those who also entered Biafra land, hiding our bushes against these people, and they are kidnapping our people.
Intelligent, and then of course upright in whatever they're doing.
I am going to leave this one here because this is where he called Omoada for his rescue. Let me see if this one is the one coming second. Pay a very good attention to this video. Now, I hope I have built a background of what we are doing here. Now, let's go to the real exposition. We are coming to the real...
Whether you have actually sabotaged the struggle or not.
Let me push it a little bit back. Real exposition
that
is
will
where we are.
continue to make history each day we enter this struggle for the liberation of Biafra. I have come this evening for an emergency broadcast because I was on Twitter Space. And I encourage you, if you are not following us on Twitter, I'm encouraging you to go and follow us on Twitter. Today, we discussed about the Abuja Declaration and how it is being, reflecting on every day-to-day running. He said, how can you say that Abuja, there is something called Abuja Declaration, .org, to make your donations there. Either a few days or a week, I have not played the jingle that say go to www.ipobintheusa.org to make your donations there. If you are very observant, you will know that I have not been playing it for few days or maybe a week now. A lot of you are asking question immediately after yesterday broadcast. You started asking
Immediately after this broadcast we finish. That's what the yesterday broadcast is talking about, because we are now leading you from top to bottom. So listen to this one.
about account. You started asking about Umweri account. You started asking about Madam Oyibo. A lot of questions were being asked. This evening, I want to inform you that the website is intact and secured. The IPOB website is secured and in a safe hand. You can go ahead if you have canceled your subscription on that website. You have to go ahead and resubscribe to that website. It is now secured and in a safe hand. Account of that website. That website.
Now, for those of you who trust almighty mysterious Umweri account has been sidelined. The one who criminal like you people believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu approved, which was the one who Oyibo, Simon Ekpa and Nelly and the other people forged the signature of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and opened. Immediately after they saw it was a success selling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they forged that signature and opened that account. They forged Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's signature to open that Umweri account you saw. Now, the same Umweri account that all of you are chanting for is now being removed from the website portal. The same website of IPOB. Simon hijacked. American website, he hijacked. Now he removed the Umweri account to put his own special account. Maybe he put Arenora's account. Maybe it is Arenora's account. You never know. Or Arenora's company account. You never know. Because he believes you know his company. You might put Arenora's company account there. You will be donating. Ndenzama, donating. If you finish donate, he will use that same money to go to the native doctor to do a witchcraft that will make you to always chanting doing the right thing. That's what he does. That is what he does. Do you know going to a witch doctor it is something that you can be addicted to. Addicted to. You cannot go back. Once you started going there, you will not, you will be addicted to going there. So the more you give him your money, the more he's using your money to tie you down, so that 6,000 will be watching him and obeying him, while trying to make you to move away from the struggle that you are doing. But I know those of you that are following him are those two paths of us that is going to cut off, and you will never hear anything. You, like the way I am saying it, you will not understand it, because you belong to the generation that is going to be erased from the face of the planet. Your generation will cease to exist. That's the two part of us that is going to be cut off. It is the prophecy given. It is the prophecy given. Now let us continue.
In a matter of days to come, we are going to come here also for more specific clarification and more question and more answer, in case for those who have questions. But for just benefit of doubt, that we are withdrawing from the website because of yesterday announcement, that have worked against Biafra, God will kick you out of the way.
He said that if you have those that have worked against Biafra, God will kick you out of the way. Did you hear that? God will kick you out of the way, because he knows once he finishes enriching himself, God will, even if he is kicked out of the way, he is in, he believes that he won. Whether he is ostracized from the struggle, he won according to him, because he enriched himself. This guy is no longer doing Osafia, make me visa for Poland. What he's doing now is what you see him coming every night to do in the internet. He does not have a work anymore. He doesn't have a job anymore. That is the reason why he will keep coming online, because that is his business now, permanently. In case if you don't know. Oh, really? Chike Dozem is coming online. At 8. Okay, let me try to round up. Yeah, let me try to round up this broadcast. Now, I want you to listen. Let me stretch it. Then we'll join it with the other one. Then we join the DOS.
So by every inactions, you may be having some things in your mind to ask. We are going to, and this whole thing, everything we are doing is on record.
It's live.
Like I told Biafrans yesterday, that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, everybody will give account of what they have done, how you have been able to manage the task that was given to you. Group where people were discussing, we are going to start saying it do. I have never, and this will be the last time I'm going to address this.
Okay.
I have never participated in any meeting with anybody where somebody say we are going to start saying it do before they came to the public. I was having a program like this one fateful day, and I begin to see people making comment here.
Okay, I have checked. I have checked. He's coming. I think he's going to be there in the next 7 minutes. So I want you to hear what he says here. If you have any evidence about him talking about you do that you should bring it. Let's bring it now. Let's bring it. Where he
Today, I am not here to attack anybody, but I've just come here to address you, especially those of you who are lost.
We only have 7 minutes. Pay attention.
Welcome to this program. I want to do something today. Very, very important. Okay? First of all, before I go forward in what I want to do, I want, my own, I don't just come to talk. So I come with evidences, I come with proof. Okay? I am not here to start agitating for Idu. I have made that thing very clear. That is not to say that Idu is not there. That is not to say there is nothing like Idu. I have made that point very clear. Our focus now is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to restore Biafra. And if the Biafra name is going to change, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be part of it. That issue I have made very clear. Now, for some of you who have been asking me to attack Nelly Ofebu, I have made it very clear. Nelly Ofebu have not done anything against the struggle, against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will warrant me to attack her. Somebody sent me a video yesterday that I said Nelly Ofebu is me and I am Nelly Ofebu. Yes, Nelly Ofebu is me and I am Nelly Ofebu. When you ask me to attack her, I will tell you that. So if you continue to ask me to attack Nelly Ofebu for no reason other than you're ignorant, I will tell you Nelly Ofebu is me and I am Nelly Ofebu, and I start to be corrected. Now, for those who do not understand what is going on, some people say if you can fight and destroy the criminals in the leadership, which I don't want to mention again because they are gone. If you can fight and stand by the truth and destroy the criminals in the leadership, why can't you destroy and fight Nelly Ofebu? Because she have committed this and she have committed that. And what did they say she commit? Some people say she say Biafra is a scam, Biafra is dead. So for that reason, I should attack Nelly Ofebu. Now,
okay. Some people said this was done on the March. Now the one that you supposed to be seeing, this one where he said he has never.
Like, where is the dude coming from? And of course, you all will never believe that, but this is a fact. And I was reading a comment where people have come here to attack me about Idu. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
And until many days, many weeks before I knew that Nelly Ofebu has gone somewhere in their program to announce Idu.
Yes, we are joining the DOS in the next 3 minutes. They're going to join in the next 3 minutes. HOD will be live in the next 3 minutes, I know. So
let me also tell you that I never watched a video where they say Nelly Ofebu say Biafra is a scam, Biafra is dead and all that.
He said he never watched a video like that. So listen to this one in the next 2 minutes. In the next 2 minutes.
Now that Nelly Ofebu have committed, say they even use the Finland coordinator or the former Finland coordinator to give example. So I want to address that my brother Map. Map say I use Map Finland coordinator. If I can call Finland coordinator a criminal, why can't I attack Nelly Ofebu that she say Biafra is evil? Sometimes you do not need to speak on every issue. Not only this, I have come to educate you and educate others who may out of ignorance, because what I saw, the reason why I have come to make this emergency broadcast is because, what I saw on that program yesterday was people with confused and people, that just displayed, and that the key to Biafra is in Idu, which I'm going to play to you today. Now, all of you agreed to this, okay? But your problem is that Nelly Ofebu is talking about it now, okay? That is your problem. 90% of all of you that is against Nelly Ofebu about Idu, you are only against her because she bring the issue of Idu now in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi
Are you
Kanu.
paying attention? He say he never saw a video. This was done on May, and he come to. This was done on March, and he come to May to tell you he never saw a video. Okay, March, April, May. After 2 months, he came to tell you he never saw a video where Nelly Ofebu said that. But this is on March, where he is confirming that he's well aware of everything done by Nelly Ofebu. But he come after 2 months to tell you he never saw any video where Nelly Ofebu said whatever you said that Nelly Ofebu said. Listen, we have 1 minute to go.
I have already said, okay? I have already said that from the beginning. So you actually did not have problem with Idu because you know what is Idu, okay? Some of you have misrepresented Idu. Some of you have misinterpreted Idu. So you actually did not have any problem again about Idu. But because Nelly Ofebu is bringing the Idu now. Now, I want to bring something else. Small.
We are going to leave it here. We are going to pause it here. Let's bring in Mazi Chike Doziem. After Mazi Chike Doziem, we are going to come back to this. We are not going to miss it. We are going to come back to it. Let's present the leader of the DOS.
Everybody, including even some Fulani peasants, are extremists from the north, spearheaded by the Fulani Caliphate. Before the coming of IPOB, the Fulani, through the aid of the British government and their zoo media that they control, have always lied about the reality of events in the zoo. Everything is farmer header clash. These are people taking over the land of the indigenous populations. This left the international community confused for very many years until we came and spent a whole lot of money on our consultants in Washington. It is not hidden. The Department of Justice in America has the details of our contract, and somebody will rise up and say, oh, but why are they spending all the money? Ask him what they're doing with her. The idiots, some fools who are aware of our financial commitments all over the world. That was when I knew that some people are satanic. Some people are I don't know where they came from to even join IPOB in the first place. Department of Justice in America has our contract, which the zoo Garabashe has been talking about for very many years. Is there how much we pay them on a monthly basis? And some people are evil by nature. It's not going to deter us. We will continue to move. Are you aware that in Enugu, a Fulani man
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Maazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Today is the 10th day of June in the year of our Lord 2022, being Friday. I will hand over the platform to the head of the Directorate of States of the indigenous people of Biafra, Maazi Chike Doziem. Maazi, over to you, sir.
Good evening, Maazi Jonathan, and thank you so much. Can you hear me, please?
The whole world is hearing you, not only me. Please go on.
Wonderful. Thank you once again, and greetings to great Biafrans. I want to say good night, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening to all of you, depending on your time zone, wherever you may be at this very hour. My name is Maazi Chika Edoziem. I come from Ihe Oma. Ihe Oma is in Olu province of Biafra land. And by the grace of Chukwukikabiyama Prumihenine, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra under the supreme command of Onye Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and in the Directorate of State as the head of Directorate. Tonight is going to be a continuation of our exposition on the hand behind the violence in Biafra land and in Southeast and Igbo territory specifically. We will expose, as we have done in the past two series, because this exposition, I decided to make it in a series in order not to make it a very long broadcast, but today will be the third series and probably the last one because of other engagements that we will be having going forward. But I want Biafrans to pay attention tonight, very, very good attention. And not only that, you have to pay attention, you have to bring your common sense, and after listening tonight, you may have to go back to the earlier or the first two series of this very of my broadcast on this very topic or issue, that is the violence in the Biafran territory, the violence in Igbo land, the killings and the kidnappings. Who is behind it? Who are behind it? Before I continue, let me remind the world, lovers of freedom, and those who are supportive and those who are sympathetic to our cause, to our genuine cause for freedom and liberty, the cause to extricate the indigenous people of Biafra from the quagmire that we have found ourselves, the hellhole that is called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. I want to once again remind wonderful and great Biafran families all over the world that on the 14th and the 15th of this very month, June 2022, all roads must and shall lead to Brussels, the capital of Belgium. On this very date, the Biafran, Ambazonian, and Oduduwa Yoruba Nation 1 million man march will take place. These dates are very, very important in the history of these three nations, three emerging nations. Therefore, I encourage you if you have not yet booked your travel or made your travel arrangements, I encourage you, in fact enjoin you all, especially IPOB family members, to be part of this very historic event, and so that you will tell your children and the generations unborn that you were a part of the nations that brought their matter before the European leadership. So please make your arrangements and ensure that you are there for these two days of this event. The Biafran, Ambazonian, and Oduduwa or Yoruba Nation 1 million man march in Brussels, the Belgian capital. I also want to again remind all of us that, this battle is not one that we will, show any sign of fatigue. There is no room for fatigue here. All of us, as I commend those who are working very, very assiduously and very, very committedly in the media department, I also commend those who are in the administrative department of this very movement. I commend those in the medical department. I commend those in our security department, and of course, those who are in the welfare as well. All of us are, adding what needs to be added. We are doing what needs to be done in order to ensure that not only our leader rejoins us, but also that we march ahead with him into a free and sovereign Biafran nation. I'm not forgetting the religious department, of course, because we have reached the stage where the spiritual is now in charge of what we are doing as it concerns this very, very struggle for liberty and freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, we are aware, we have been seeing, we have been hearing what transpired a couple, well, let me say last week, I believe, in Owo, on Sunday, if I get it correct, or the Owo Catholic Church massacre. Why I want to, touch on this once again is because what we in IPOB see, we see it in advance. What will happen, we see it already in advance. And when we come out to inform the world, when we come out to inform our people, when we come out to bring your attention to what is to come, many do not take us serious. Many will think we are being a little bit mischievous, or we are trying to stop people from doing what they want to do. Far from that. That's not the issue here. In as much as we are focused in the pursuit of our freedom as a people, as a nation, as Biafrans, there are things that happen in the zoo that will affect those who are also suffering, as the Biafran people are suffering. And when we get the intel that we get, we try as much as we can to do what? To alert the public, to make it very, very public. And I want to ask people to begin to take these things serious, because they are not just, we do not just speak for the sake of speaking. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when IPOB, when the violence was, very, very on a very high scale, and the only thought of the deeper life was to carry what? Carry a crusade into Biafra land, this Aba for that matter. We already knew what was in the offing. We knew. Maybe Kumi did not know. Maybe the deeper life people, I'm not going to lay on accusation on anybody. Maybe they did not know. But we know what will happen if that crusade ever happened or ever took place. We know that there will be, in fact, what happened, will have been a child's play. Oh my goodness me. It will have been a child's play because there you have hundreds probably of thousands or tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of Biafrans gathering in a particular place. And this is not just a question of one suicide bomber. The suicide bombing that they will have used to massacre our people there, nothing like that will have, nothing like that. The ear that had it will have tingled, honestly. And then the follow-up machine gun attack that will follow after the bomb blast. This was what we knew. This was what we wind of, like the intel of the bombing of the train, Kaduna train that happened. We also knew the security agencies, they knew, but they will not say anything. They want to use it to do what? To give, to blame the black sheep, to blame IPOB. We knew what was about to happen during the Nigerian Ghana match at MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja. We knew what was about to happen, and the police knew, the security agencies knew. They did not allow the people. They want to say, in fact, what they did was, they said that IPOB was planning a bomb attack. So, we asked the deeper life a genuine advice. We advised them that it is not safe to do what? To hold this rally in our land, because this is what is going to happen. And what we got was an unprovoked attack from CAN, the Christian Association of Nigeria. But we give Chukwu Abiyama and the spirit of our ancestors, we thank them and give glory to Chukwu Okike, because without him, we will not be able to have, prevented that terrible massacre that will happen in our land. Now, after a war where Christians were massacred because they failed to achieve their aim and objective in their land, they took it to another place where also the majority of the victims were Biafrans. But that apart, after a war, the same terrorist herdsmen, in conjunction this time around, in collaboration with ISWAP, they descended on Southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna. I weep for the people in Southern Kaduna. The Christians in Southern Kaduna, I weep for them, and I've been asking myself, why can the people in Southern Kaduna not rise up and defend themselves? Why have they continued to allow themselves to be picked one after the other, like a bird that knows not how to fly? Why can the Southern Kaduna Christians not, put their prayer to action, or support their prayer with action? Self-defense is a human right. Self-defense is a human right. It is a right that is available to a Muslim man as well as to a Christian man. It is a right that is available to a Jewish practitioner as well as to a traditional religionist or an atheist, just somebody who doesn't even believe in anything. Self-defense is a right that is available to a white man, to Caucasians, not called now a white man, to Caucasians as well as to the Negroes, to any other, or to the Chinese, the Asians. Self-defense is available to you, people of South Kaduna. You have a right to defend your land. You have a right to defend your children and your wives. You have a right. Don't continue to answer men while you watch your women and children being massacred. I am speaking tonight directly to the people of the Southern Kaduna. We used to know that when you were in the army, of course, you were part of that. That's not even the issue. We don't care anymore. You were part of the full soldier that helped the caliphate to levy the genocide on our people. That is okay. We know that, but we are not going to continue to watch you and watch and keep quiet while you keep mute and allow yourself to be murdered, massacred, your land to be taken over forcefully by the Fulani. I enjoin and call upon the Southern Kaduna youth tonight and their elders as well. You have to stop this madness. You must stop the madness. If you do not wake up tonight, if you do not wake up tomorrow, I can assure you that it will not take long and you will be history. The Christians there will be wiped out. What happened in Turkey will happen in Southern Kaduna, where the majority were Christians, but through a period of constant murder and annihilation, the Christian population became almost non-existent. It will happen, but Chukabema forbid. And I want to believe that tonight, that you people will finally wake up and rise up and say enough is enough. Enough is enough, in conjunction with the people of Benue State. Your governor has been saying it, and I want to believe he meant it. Therefore, it is left for you, the youths, to make yourself available to your governor, Samuel Otom, so that you can use whatever you have, whether it is gun or whether it is catapult or whether it is machetes or spear and arrow and anything that you can use to defend yourself. Self-defense is your right. And if you also know how to use your traditional way to stop the enemy, what stops you from using that? Don't allow these people to be drinking the blood of your children and wives, and then they will spit on your face and tell you you can do nothing. Don't let that continue to happen. Now, why I am so pissed with the issue of Southern Kaduna is that not only that they are Christians, of course we know that, but the supposed umbrella body that caters and sees to the welfare and well-being and protection, both spiritually and physically, of Christians, the Christian Association of Nigeria. Where are they? Where are they while their chiefs are being slaughtered and massacred? Where are the Christian Association of Nigeria while their chiefs are being scattered and disseminated and in fact annihilated? Where are they? They will not say nothing. They will not see anything now. But if anything perchance will happen if perchance the victims will begin to resist and a Fulani will be killed, a a Muslim flying will be killed, you will see the Christian Association of Nigeria. They will come up and start to condemn the killing of of a Muslim. That kind of thing. I have never seen anything like that before. But be not. I'm telling the people of Middleburg, do not be distracted by this political organization that call themselves Christian Association. They are not there for you, and they will never be there for you. Your safety is in your own hands, as we, the Biafran people, have taken our own safety in our own hands through the instrumentality of the Eastern Security Network. Thank Chukwokike for Onyendu Martina Mekano, who set it up at the nick of time. He set it up at the nick of time. Had it been ESN, imagine that. I'm asking Biafrans tonight, and those who even come online and talk rash, imagine the non-existence of ESN. You all will have been toast by now. Real toast. Now, back to Southern Kaduna. What has been introduced into the fray as we speak is very troubling. It is very troubling because the Nigerian government, through these terrorist groups, has introduced a completely unheard of angle into the whole thing. Now they use military helicopters not only to drop the attackers into the target areas, but in fact, I'm not going to say the terrorists now, but the government are using the military helicopters to kill its citizens. If you use a military helicopter to drop a terrorist into an area that they have mapped out as a target to be attacked and destroyed, and while the people on the ground, those terrorists are doing that work, you use the same helicopter, which is a Nigerian military helicopter, to do what? To destroy houses and communities. Directly, this is no longer proxy. Directly, the Nigerian government is part and is in charge of this war against its citizens. The zoo not only is equipping and granting and providing logistics to these terrorist organizations. Now listen to what they're doing more. The zoo Nigeria is now serving as the conduit through which ISWAP and other terror organizations launder the money they use in financing their terror activities in Nigeria and other parts of West Africa. Now, ISWAP means Islamic State of West African Province. That presupposes that they are not only present in the zoo, they are present in other West African countries. So, if Nigeria has become the conduit through which their financial muscle is being transacted, because the government is a government of terrorists, of terrorists, because you have the minister there, the one that they call Patami or whatever, or Panta, I don't know, but I think his name is Patami. This one, his history is there. He is an Al-Qaeda sympathizer. He did not make it hidden. They are not hiding anything anymore. Now, if the government is, the zoo has become the conduit through which the Islamic State in West African province is, making sure that their finances are not endangered in any manner. This then means that Nigeria, knowing about this fact, acquiescing to it, is actively supporting the exportation of terrorism into other West African nations. They are no longer the Nigerian states that sponsor terror against its people. They have transcended into the Nigerian state that exports terror into other countries. And I begin to wonder, the people that form these organizations, the United Nations and the EU and the rest of them, are they simply being mischievous because they don't want to, how do I say it now, ruffle feathers, or they are so blinded by their own national interest that it does no longer matter. Their mouth, their mountain of fighting terror. Now, when it comes to Nigeria, nobody fights terror anymore. So, you people in the zoo must know that your country is not only, supporting the terror organizations in that land, in that zoo. You can imagine how many terror organizations that are existing in Nigeria now, all of them Fulani based, and all of them have the support of the Nigerian government. They are now also exporting their terror activities into West African countries. And I'm giving you one good example. One good example is Guinea-Bissau. I'm not going to go into detail of what is happening in Guinea-Bissau at the moment, but I can assure you that Nigerian military, Fulani military, they are with Senegal, they are with, I think, Gambia as well, and Niger. All Fulani, they are in Guinea-Bissau at the moment as we speak, trying to prop up a Fulani man that does not even know what it means to be a president of a nation or a country. This is the zoo for you. Now we are aware of all these things. Now we have realized, Biafrans, you have realized what the government is up to, what their agenda is up to. Don't expect in any manner, in any way, that the zoo will treat you as they treat the Northerners as far as this issue of balance is concerned. That is the reality. Don't expect that you will, if anybody will listen to you. It is in your hands. It is in your hands to do what? To stand up and defend your motherland, to stand up and defend your honor, to stand up and defend your women, and stand up and defend your children. It is your responsibility as a Biafran youth. It's your responsibility as an Oduduwa youth. It is your responsibility as those in Southern Kaduna and other Middle Belton areas. It is the responsibility of all of you and all of us to defend our land against the invaders. We know that our people are arrested in their hundreds. They are arrested in their thousands. We know what Wike did in Obibo. And we know what Ozodinma is doing in Imo State. We know also what Ebonyi governor, what is his name, David Umar, did in Ebonyi State. The records are with us. We know what they did. Our people were, in fact, the graves of the unknown civilians. This time I'm not going to unknown soldiers, because these people are non-combatant. These people are civilian people. The graves of unknown, the unmarked graves, the mass graves of our people, that these people that I called, were instrumental to their killing and their dishonorable burials, litters all over Biafra land, and these are war crimes. And they should be rest assured that their time will come. Those who are responsible for the killing of our people, their time will come. Those of you, therefore, that have ear, let them hear and understand. We have our people who are arrested because they only wear the wonderful colors of the Biafran flag. The elder statesman, the Nollywood veteran, we saw how he was humiliated. How can you humiliate a man for wearing a cloth of his choice? Yeah, there's no more freedom. There is no more freedom. You cannot speak your mind. You cannot gather. You cannot wear your clothes. Your hairdo is a crime. Ida Gold has been in custody since November. Ida Gold is a young Biafran lady. What did Ida Gold do? She wore a Biafran color. That is the only thing. That's her only crime. And she has been in detention since November, counting. That is why I said we must not expect to be treated like the North have been treated. They wear their Arewa with the Arewa flag and all the same. Nobody bothers them. Nobody will even talk to them. And but you now, when you wear your own, it becomes an issue. That tells you that there is something in you that is very, very that is scary to those who hate you for no reason. There is something in you that makes them, wish that that you never existed. And don't let them succeed by playing into their hand and allowing yourself to be used by these people to commit crime in our land, and then label the only stumbling block to their agenda, that is the IPOB and ESN, label them as the culprits. Don't let them use you. Don't allow the Fulani to use you. I'm not going to say Satan now, because Satan is not involved in this. It is you who is allowing yourself to be. So I'm asking you tonight, don't allow yourself to be used by the Fulani. We have seen the politicians that they have used and what is becoming of them. Look at them and learn. And the person that doesn't know how to, the smith man, or the goldsmith, or the blacksmith that doesn't know how to fashion a corn, or ogene as we call it. You look at the kite or the eagle, or whichever one, and then or hawk or the hawk, and then we learn that this thing is like almost a triangle. So don't let it happen to you before you learn from what has happened to the others. The politicians have spilled your blood. They have spilled our blood because they want to show that they are good boys, or they are in the good book of the Fulani. But now they are getting. I don't know if many of them expected it, but they are getting their recompense. I'll put it that way. They are getting their recompense. So this young lady and many like her, the other one that IPOB, tried as much as we could to get out of the detention of the DSS. We heard her say what happened to her. It's not as if they arrest our young men and our young women and just keep them in detention. No, they abuse them. They use them, in fact, to do things that it's not even good to speak about. The lady said it by herself. She was made a sex slave to the police and the security agencies. And many of our young ladies are passing through this. And it is behoven upon us all, whether you're a woman or you're a man, you're a youth or you're an adult, but you're a Biafran. It is behoven of us to come together and support the only instrument that can protect our land. That is the Eastern Security Network. It is behoven upon all of us to rally around behind IPOB and push our freedom forward. There is no alternative. Ask me what offense those that were arrested in Abuja during the last court case committed. Mama Biafra, for example, she's still in DSS custody. 80 years old woman. 80 years. Is it not a sacrilege? Can you see a Fulani woman, or for that matter, a Fulani woman 80 years arrested and put in detention for this long? So it cannot happen. Therefore, the person that is hated, you must not hate yourself. Don't allow or help the enemy to subjugate you as he wants to subjugate you. Don't allow yourself to be used to the detriment of your own flesh and your own blood. The soldiers and the terrorists who are actually, the soldiers who are actually the terrorists in uniform, they have killed hundreds and thousands of our youths, destroyed our villages. They are what? These people are celebrated. The Boko Haram, they are rehabilitated. They are reintegrated into the Nigerian army and called what? Repentant Boko Haram members, and they will ship them to your land to continue their murderous activities. As I speak to you tonight, the percentage of our people in DSS dungeon and other detention facilities is 3 to 1. 3 to 1. If there are what it means is, if there are 4 people in detention in DSS, 3 of them are Igbo or of Biafran descent. Only 1 will come from another tribe. Can you beat that? Hey, have mercy upon us. If there are 4 people detained in a police station or police custody or military barracks, 3 of them will be of Igbo descent or of Igbo origin or of Biafran descent. Only 1 will be of another tribe, if there is even if that even comes to that. If there are only 3 of them will be only what? 3 from Biafra land. So when we know about all these things, and we know that these people, if you asked, what are their offenses? What are their offenses? People who are walking on the street, they will stop and pick them and then put them in the boot of the car or in the whatever vehicle they are using, and then off they go. If you're lucky, people may have observed that they were taken, that you were being taken, and then will raise a alert. IPOB will be involved, will be informed, and then we'll begin to search for them. Otherwise, many have been taken this way without anybody knowing and without anybody doing anything about this. These killings in our land, these kidnappings in our land, these atrocities in Biafra land must cease, must stop. You that is the person that somebody is giving you a job to go and kidnap somebody, when the fire will start to burn on the mountain, that person will not be there. You will only pay with your own head. I am telling you tonight that all of you who have been made instruments of this Nigerian government agenda to cause mayhem in our land and blame IPOB. Retrace your steps. Retrace your steps and go back to where you call your village or your community. Don't make yourself available to be used, because the repercussions will not be any palatable. Except you have already made up your mind that yes, he who kills by the sword, as the Bible says, and will die by the sword. It is not me who said it. It is the Bible. Those who believe, those who are Christian, you know it is there. So if you continue to make yourself available, then you have signed your own warrant, your own death warrant, and there's no way, there's no two ways about it. That is why, because you have made yourself available, that is why the Nigerian government and those who hate our march to freedom are now hiding under that cover to perpetuate these evils and say that IPOB is responsible, because their main target is to cajole the world community, the international community. They want to cajole them. Those that they can bribe, they will bribe them to do what? To look at IPOB as a violent movement, and then to say that ESN is also a militant outfit that is killing people in Biafra. That is the agenda. But I know that Chukwokike will not allow them to succeed, because he that has brought his children out into this very struggle, he will make sure that victory shall be ours and glory shall go unto him. The Nigerian government that is behind these killings, they are happy and they will not want it to stop. So if you make yourself available, they will continue to use you to make that happen. I'm going to give you an example of the NSAS movement. You know, when the whole thing started, and the youth were moving, you know, determined to move, determined to make a demand. What did the Nigerians do? They infiltrated the movement, and then rain violence on those who were protesting. And when that one was not enough, they sent in the real terrorists in uniform. They massacred their children. The Nigerian government massacred its youth that is called the leaders of tomorrow. The leaders of tomorrow. It's funny, honestly. And when you see their political parties, you know, presenting, I don't know whether it's 90-year-old people, 90-year-old people as candidates, and octogenarian as candidates, you begin to wonder what the hell or heck is wrong with this contraption called it. In fact, the British government, the British establishment, they do not like you. Those of you who have found themselves in the zoo, Britain does not like you at all. They hate you with more than anything else, because they will be the one now that will be telling you to follow democratic process and the rest of it, and they will not allow a 90-year-old person to come and rule them. But they will give it to you because it is good for you. It's a black man. It's not good for them because they are Caucasians. The IPOB Biafran movement, the Biafran agitation for freedom and liberty, is a freedom that we are fighting through non-violence. I hasten to repeat this, that this movement is built upon the ideology of non-violence. We are making our waves through civil disobedience and not through violence. We have no business with violence. We have no business with attacking civilians, attacking individuals, attacking even the terrorists on our roads. We have no business with these people. Those that we have mapped out to deal with and we have dealt with are those who have now who actually went and occupied our farmland to do what? To stop our people from farming, to stop our people from cultivating their farmland, in order to once again bring back the horror of 1967 to 1970 to us. They want to starve us. They want to make sure we do not cultivate what we eat, and then they will like they always tell us that it is the North that feed us, my friend. They will now stop anything that may be coming from the North, or anything that will be importing, as they always do with the stroke of the pen. You import anything that has to do with nourishment. They will seize it and call it contraband. What will you do? You won't do anything because you're in the zoo, and you cannot go to your farm to farm because they have taken over your farm. If a woman ventures into that farm, and because of no other alternative, she will become a rape victim. After they will have raped her, they will cut her body into pieces and strew it on, scatter it in that farmland or in that community, and tell you, what can you do? If our young men go into the farm, of course they will use their machetes and cut them into pieces and tell you, what can you do? That is what Onyenu set up ESN for. And I can assure Biafran that these young men and women, these brave young men and women, they have been doing their work excellently and exceedingly well. That is their objective. That is their area of activity. That is what they were set up to do, not to attack because it is a self-defense situation. If you do not allow us to use our farmland, then it means we cannot fold our hands and allow ourselves and allow the whole Biafran population to be starved. We will not allow 1967 to 1970 to repeat itself, not on the watch of this very generation. It will not repeat itself. It will never again shall we be starved to death as our parents and our people were starved to death. It will never happen. Therefore, that is the reason our leaders set up the ESN, and that is the reason that these young men and women have made sure that our people cannot go, that they can go to their farms and do their farm work. And this will continue to happen as it is happening as I speak to you this very evening. We must begin to ensure that all hands must be on deck in order to stop these people who have made it a point to do what? A point of duty to commit all manner of crimes in Biafran land, to make try to make our very peaceful environment to be unpeaceful and to be in an anarchy stage. But we will not allow it, and that is why I'm asking everybody tonight, make sure that you do not make yourself a tool to the enemy, and when you see anything happening, please, at a very safe distance, if possible. If not possible, don't endanger your life. Don't endanger your life. At safe distance, if it's possible, make sure you get as much information as possible, and inform the IPOB leadership, and then you will do the rest from there. I want to once again call on Biafran people to rally around behind the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Oyindumazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Eastern Security Network, so that together we can secure our land, and protect our land from the Fulani invaders. I want to ask you all, in fact, this is the wisest thing that you have to do. This is the wisest thing that you have. There's no alternative. Because self-preservation is the first law of nature. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. We as a people, the Biafran people, we must preserve our race from annihilation by the Nigerian Fulani government. We must. It's not that we will. We must preserve our race from total emasculation, total annihilation by the Nigerian Fulani government. Because don't believe any other thing anybody is telling you. The Fulani Nigerian government, they want to, as they said it, their leaders, they say that their objective is to do what? To dig their program in the Atlantic Ocean. And by they're doing that, they are bringing jihad to you. They will bring jihad to you, and then because you are not a Muslim, what happens to non-Muslims is that you will pay with your head. We will not, we must not allow this to happen, and we must all join hands to protect our land and preserve our roots. If you are being used by politicians or evil people to commit crimes in our land, then know it. Know it tonight that you are working for the Nigerian government to achieve that objective of annihilating your people. You are working for the Nigerian government to achieve that objective of displacing you from your own land, from your own heritage. You are assisting the Nigerian government to turn your land into a land that will be inhabited by the Fulani foreigners they will import, who will come over to take over your heritage. And then those that are left, if any will be left, will now, in fact, lose their identity as a people. I detest, actually, dabbling into this politics. I'm not dabbling into what, been talking about support, but Biafrans, whether you are in Biafra land, whether you are in Oduduwa land, whether you are in Middle Belt, or whether you are in the Arewa North, you must be must pay very, very good attention to. And since 1960 up to this moment, it is 62 years count. And you were always told that your chance or your turn will come in the next election. And then you had hope, because you say, okay, it's not long, 4 years, the next election will come, and then it will be better. After, when that time comes, they will change the goalposts from where it used to be to another. They move the goalposts, and then you will not relate back to where you were coming from to that very point. They will now change the goalposts and give you one reason why. And now it's not your time. In fact, your own politician will be at the forefront of telling you, no, there's something. There is a way that it has to be done. Say, that kind of thing. And then the masses would not agree. Maybe now our time will come. 62 years and count. And because why I'm saying 62 years and counting is both the military regimes and the civilian, they are all the same. When it will be the turn of an Igbo man or a Biafran that, in fact, an Igbo man now, because it's more centered on Igbo presidents that we are talking about. And it will be the time or fun of the Igbo man to be president. The military will they will do your you. The equipment was simply, robbed of an opportunity to rule. So it is, these things are not happening as coincidence. I want you to know tonight that it is not a coincidence that you have not been able to mount that position, the highest position of leadership in Israel. It is not a coincidence. It is choreographed. It is planned. It is an agenda, and it is being followed systematically. 62 years. Now the election fever is coming. It's coming. They have already manipulated the whole thing, and then those, some of them are the politicians, some of them, if they have shame, some are licking their wounds now. But ask yourself. I'm just throwing a question to the youths of Biafra land, and to Igbo youth specifically. They are telling you now it is big PVC. That was 4 years ago. They said it is PVC. You must go get to PVC. Listen, Atiku the before in 2019, he won the election. Atiku did not bother to do what, to actually pursue the whole thing, even when his party people were pursuing it. He did not want to pursue it. Why? Because they have had their inner Fulani agreement that let your brother finish. You won't go disturb him. Let your brother finish. After him, then it will be your turn. Atiku did not even bother to go and campaign for this PDP primary they did, but he won. And those who used Biafran money, resources, Biafran resources to to finance their desire to be candidate of PDP or APC. There was no road for them. Those who they wanted to give it, now they have given it to them. And Obi was smart. He saw it. In fact, he was smart in the sense that he acted like an Igbo man for once. He saw what was coming. He didn't want to go there because if he had stayed in PDP and disgraced himself, there would be no reason for him to go to another party and say he wants to be their president. So he knew what was happening or what will happen, and he left on time and joined the party where he has the opportunity to be their president candidate. But this is not even the problem. The problem is not whether he's going to be a president candidate or not. The issue is now that they are telling you that you must get your PVC, and they are already stopping you from even registering to get the PVC. Oh, hello. I hope people are listening. They are already stopping people. Those of you in Obi himself complained. This is not from me. Obi tweeted it that the information available to him is saying that that things are not, especially in the southeast, that there are some, well, he called it inacia or whatever, and things are not moving the way they're supposed to move. Now he's using political terminologies or speaking in a political manner, not to hit it hard. I'm going to hit it hard because I'm not a politician. I'm not interested in their politics. What Obi is telling you is that they are deliberately now trying to even stop getting that PVC that you said it's your what is it? Your ticket to salvation. But let's assume, but not consider, that you are allowed to get the PVC. Will that assure that your vote will count? Why I'm saying this is that I want to let you know that since the beginning of this from 1950, versus the beginning of election in the zoo from 50 something up to now, there has never been a free and fair election. Something going towards allowing people to some extent exercise their right was what happened during Abdullah time. But even at that, their primaries itself was money back issue, and that alone, that was a little bit is having a semblance of democratic characteristics in it. They did not allow it to stand. Did they allow Abiola who won the election? Did they allow him to lead the country? No, they did not, because it is not going to play into their agenda. So I am saying these things that each and every one of you tonight will use your common sense and make your own conclusions. If you are able to register, which is questionable at this moment, bearing in mind the reports that are happening, taking into account Obi's own complaint, if you're able to even get the PVC, now tell me, will your vote count? I will leave it at that. For those who are so interested in politics, as for us, the Biafran people, for us, indigenous people of Biafra, under the supreme leadership of Onyedu Mazen Kanu, our objective is one. And that is the restoration of the kingdom of Chukwukabiama on earth. Our objective is one. It is the restoration of the sovereign nation of Biafra. Our objective is one. It is to ensure that the Biafran people live in freedom and liberty in a free and independent Biafran nation. That is our objective, and that alone is of our concern. But those of you who may have the opportunity to sit back and think, those of you who may have the common sense to reflect upon the past, take into account what is happening in this very present situation or this very present time, and be able to project the future. I can tell you categorically tonight that you have one option, not even an alternative, one option, and that option is that you rally around behind the indigenous people of Biafra. That option is that you support the only defensive mechanism in the land to defend our land, defend our honor, defend our women, defend our children, and defend the children and the environment for the children yet on. IPOB is your salvation. I am not boasting. I'm not boasting about this, because all that we have been doing and all that we have done and all that we will do is not by our own power. It is by the grace of Chukwukabiama. It is by the grace of heaven. It is by the combined action and involvement of the spirit of our ancestors and the spirit that God and guide the Biafran land. And having said this, I want to ask all of you tonight again to continue to commit our leader as the count into the hand of God. The enemies are not sleeping. The enemies are not relenting. Everything that they are doing is targeted against our leader. Bear that in mind. If you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot on the womb that gave birth to you to commit any crime in Biafra land, and they expect that will not in any manner be used against. If you say you love Onyendu, which we all profess, and which the Biafran people have of course shown without any equivocation that they do love this man, take your hand away from committing any crime in Biafra land. Remove the hand of the monkey from the soup. before it turns into the hand of a human being. This is the literal translation of this Igbo adage into English. I am therefore asking all of you that you must continue to supplicate to Chukwu Abiyama. Those of you who know how to pray, don't stop because your enemy, they are not stopping. They are doing their what they are known to do continuously, daily and hourly. So we must also not relent. Those of you who are Akajiofo in Biafra land, in Igbo land, in Ibibio land, in Ishekri land, in Urobo land, in Akwa Ibom land, those of you that are Akajiofo in Anna, in Anioma, Ikwere, in Opobo, as the case may be, you must call upon the ancestor. That is why you have the Ofo. You must continue to call upon them on a daily basis, because it is with them that we have gone into this spiritual battle, and they are, on our side. Chukwu Abiyama is directing our affairs, and of course, Chukwu Abiyama is doing marvelously. In fact, I can't begin to even to describe his graciousness unto us, his children. If without Chukwu Okike, we will have been history by now. And without Chukwu Okike, I can tell you also that IPOB will have been history. Because the enemy came full force when they took the head away. They thought, scatter the shepherd and take the shepherd away, and then the sheep will be scattered. Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu Abiyama is your strength. Chukwu Okike is your protection. Chukwu Okike is your guide and guidance. And I also tell you, our leader, that Chukwu Abiyama has been able to keep you structured. This movement that you put in place, this movement that you set up, it is Chukwu Okike that has made it that it stands and standing fully behind you until you rejoin us and until we get there. Therefore, we must not relent. There is no retreat and no surrender in our dictionary. There is no relenting in our vocabulary. We must not show any kind or atom of fear before our enemies, because we have no fear before our enemies. It is Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. Nothing in between. And with that, I want to say that those who have not made the arrangements for results on the 14th and 15th, please make that arrangement and just shake forward once more and let them know that Biafrans, the Ambazonians, and the Udua, the Yoruba nation, they have come to establish their nation and to save and salvage their people from the quagmire and the oppressive and inhuman condition in which the British willingly but without consent muddled us all together. We must break that edifice of evil, that edifice of hell. It has to be broken, and it must be broken. May Chukwu Okike be with all of you as you will go and travel to Brussels. I commend all of our people into your hand, those who will come from far and near. I commend them into your hand. Like our people say, they shall go in peace and they shall return in peace. That your name alone, okay, shall be restored, shall be glorified, and your name shall be praised. And of course, we shall, as always, sing unto your name and praise your holy name all the days of our life. Biafra for us is not just a name. Biafra is not just an identity for us. And Biafra for us is not just our heritage. Biafra is our being, our being, that is, without Biafra, we are nobody. And therefore, we have chosen to be people, a nation. We have chosen to be people. We have chosen individually to be somebody. That means that Biafra, we must protect it with all that is available to us, with all that Chukwokike has endowed us with. We must protect Biafra so that our race and our being should not be wiped out of this very, very earth. And may you all be well and kept well in the bosom of Kike. And for me, I want to say to you, good night and be blessed. Thank you so much.
So, great Biafrans all over the world, we are going to continue that exposition. We will be continuing that exposition some other time. We will continue it some other time. Our timing was very wrong, but we will continue it definitely some other time where we stopped. Probably if you have time tomorrow, we might reiterate on that broadcast, on that exposition. Otherwise, we do it some other time. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay blessed, stay formidable. Do not be moved by this auto criminal. Do not be moved by their activities. Do not be moved by all their hindrances. Do not be moved by brainwashing. Do not be moved above all by their juju. These people are very diabolic people, and they are not deserve to be among Umu Chineke. They must be put to their place in due course. Shalom.